Are we live? Okay, are we live? Because uh uh uh
Name is
yeah.
self-explanatory.
Christian Bale's on the screen.
He is a butcher, but Taika, he's a surprising gentleman. He's crazy talented, and he manages to have great irony and comedy. But it's also very moving, this film, and that's where the whole kind of nuances that you're talking about come into play in this film.
See, he was just doing that thing that we have to do where we just talked around something. But I get what you're saying. I heard from people on the set. I mean, Tessa and Chris, they were all they said we really enjoyed working with Christian, but we were almost kind of terrified to talk to him when he was done up as Gore. He was almost too frightening to speak to when he was on set.
It was a little creepy. I like, obviously, I looked at Nosferatu as an influence, and also
Mr. I'll never do a
Aphex
superhero movie
Twin
again.
Videos, Come to Daddy, that, right? Now, you can't do that full on and still have it be a family-friendly film. People would be running for the exits. But believe me, we did shoot that. And then, I gave Taika lots of choices there, but I don't blame him. He was a creepy fellow to be around. And then on top of that, I had these fangs, so I couldn't really talk to anybody because every time I can't talk, so I just gave up.
That's another thing is you underwent a complete makeup transformation, and that happened every single day. What was it like having to sit in the chair for all of that? Did it get easier?
You got to go to a Zen place. I've done it a few times.
I'm happy that
I
they.
kind of didn't realize I was going to do it on this one. Actually,
Hi,
but
Jaden
the special effects
Spence.
makeup
Thanks
artists,
for being on the
channel. And Carla and Emily, they are as responsible as I am for creating this character, and I had a great time. They were wonderful characters, and it was a nice little transition into the weirdness of Gore each and every morning.
That transition.
Hi, are we
was not
back?
only
I think we're having a little bit of a
hair
lag.
and costume,
But I think
but
we're good.
movement and speech as
Yeah.
well. What
Yeah.
did you? Can you talk us through a little bit of that process?
Yeah, you don't really know what you're going to do until you're looking in the mirror, especially with something with that much prosthetics. And, that we had planned the whole dance that Taika and I had planned. We didn't get to shoot it again. That'll be for another film. But a whole Gore dance, and so with a lot of his movements and styles. And I had to teach that to my wonderful stunt doubles as well, who adopted this movement very well.
I'm
I
happy
love
that they did
that.
prosthetics.
Robbed
We
everyone.
were robbed.
So much of it was because I was having to deal with these very long acrylic nails, which hats off to anyone who has to deal with acrylic nails. I couldn't do anything.
I don't have them on right now, but
I love how
yeah.
much you find the enjoyment in this. I mean,
you still haven't
obviously
watched Doctor
have to,
Strange?
but,
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
It comes through so much in the performance and in the character of Gore. I was just overjoyed every time you were on screen. It was so much fun to watch Gore doing his thing.
You're obviously a very sick man.
Yes.
Be overjoyed to watch a god butcher doing his butchering.
You know,
Well,
that's between me and my counselor, but yeah, you're not too far off.
But
Oh,
that's,
let me move
that's the
this.
thing, though, is that I was saying this earlier, that every enemy in the MCU, there's a grain of truth in what they say, and they have a lot of their supporters. How do you feel like there is something with Gore that would make everybody go, he's kind of
Okay.
right?
Well, I
Before
mean,
you answer
let's
this
make no
question,
mistake,
can someone tell me what Gore is? Like, I don't know this character at all.
where you go, I'm a little conflicted here. You might just find a little bit of understanding in him.
We look forward to getting to know and understand him more. Thank you so much for talking with us,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Bale.
Christian Bale. Everybody.
Christian Bale, Mr. I'll never do a thingamabobber again. I'll never do whatever it's called. And then look at him back as a villain. Okay, we have somebody here. I think this is somebody important. I don't know. But you haven't seen Doctor Strange yet. You need to watch Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Here I am in my Multiverse of Madness shirt. I've already seen it 3 times, and I watched it. The 3rd time was yesterday, and absolutely still love this movie. The thing is, do I love the movie because I love Wanda more than anything? Or is the movie actually good? We'll never know. We'll never know because Elizabeth Olsen is perfect, right? She is. So, okay, back to this. this isn't. I know that this is an
But wait, I
important
have to
person.
ask
This is
you what it
definitely
was
like a
working with Taika,
director
because obviously
person.
you and James have worked together a lot on the Guardians.
See?
So what's
James
it
Gunn
like
and
being
somebody.
under someone else?
You know, Taika is just amazing. He's a force
No,
of
this is
nature.
wait.
And,
No, this is not a director person. This is somebody from Guardians of the Galaxy, which is really
Set
interesting. I didn't think they would bring
it's
back
very much, you know, he's
these
very
people.
chill and kind of anything goes, and it's a great situation to sort of let loose and let your best self come out. He's very different from my brother. My brother's very different from the Russos. The Russos are very different from Taika. All directors are different, and I love that. That's what makes movies
What?
unique, right?
James
And
Gunn's
yet
his
you
brother.
get to bring Kraglin to all of them. So I am curious, you know, what is the one thing that Kraglin you kind of keep consistent for each time we see him?
Well, you know, for Kraglin, I'm always aware that Kraglin is on quite a journey, from the first movie to the second movie to now what we're going to see in Thor, and then there's a lot. You know, I don't want to.
I want.
No
I
spoilers,
only
no
know that
spoilers, no
Gore
spoilers.
destroys
but
gods.
I am-
Same.
Kraglin,
That's
we
all I
will
know
see Kraglin
too.
in the third Guardians movie and in the Christmas
Yeah.
special, and so Kraglin's always growing. It's always like what new can
Okay,
we find
I want to
from this
know. Okay, we're gonna
guy?
pause on this guy because he's not like Chris Evans or anything. I mean, Chris Hemsworth or anything. We love you, but we're not. Why can't you see me? I'm done. This is the last straw. This is the last straw. I had to jump onto this stream right after. Why am I not being able to be seen? What happened? Okay, let's watch this as I try to fix
This
this.
incredible mix of
Oh my
Guardians
God.
and Asgardians. And now we're going to go to stage one to see what's happening over there.
Oh, I'll tell you what's happening over here. We're joined by the God of Thunder, Chris Hemsworth.
Thank you very much.
Chris, I gotta ask you, you're kind of a fitness guy. You've got an app. You try to stay in okay shape. What was it like for you to know that the internet was talking more about Natalie's biceps than yours this time around?
I was glad I trained her. You know? Yeah, it was all my doing.
I can't get this working. Oh my
Commitment,
gosh,
my
bro. Of
motivation,
course,
and
what I
teaching, yeah.
So
needed
when she
to
comes
work.
up,
Okay,
if we're to
shush,
ask her,
shush.
how did you get into shape?
I wouldn't ask her
Bro.
that. No. Let's just keep that between us.
Okay, she doesn't like to talk
Okay,
too
so
much
do
about
you
it, I guess.
have some advice for other aspiring Thors in terms of fitness?
Christopher.
Well, we see a lot of them on the carpet over here. They're doing fantastic. They're in better shape than I am.
They're looking great.
They don't need any
Okay,
help
so
from
the
me.
camera's working. Anyways.
I have to
Let's
ask
watch
though
him.
what it was like. I mean, obviously, we've been hearing a lot about the story of Jane and Thor from Thor's perspective, mostly through ghosted, unanswered calls and voicemails and things like that. What was it like, not just to have Jane come back, but to have Natalie come back for this one?
We're back.
Fantastic. I started this journey with Natalie 11, 12 years ago, and Taika pitched this story to me a few years ago, and I was thrilled and excited,
Christopher.
mostly to work with Natalie again. She's a dear friend and incredibly talented, and I love what she had done in the previous films. But she and all of us were excited to see a different side of the character, and that's what we have in this film, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, and talking about that journey, you are now the first actor, the first Marvel hero to have 4 solo films. That's kind of crazy,
is.
huh?
That's cool, yeah. That's exciting and humbling, and I don't know if they're trying to usher me out to the finish line quickly and get on with it, but either way, I'll take it. And
They sit you down and they're like, now, you know, Chris, everybody else did 3, so...
That's right. Well, we squeeze one more out of you, sure.
He has, like,
I
3
loved
he's
every
already
step
signed
of
for
this
3
journey,
more.
And each time I do a Marvel film, I think this is the last one, and not for me, but I think someone's going to be sick of me, and to be asked
not
back
sick of you.
again
Yeah.
and again, and to be here with 8 or 9 films now with Marvel is a dream. So.
Well, we saw a real shift in Thor around in Ragnarok, and it seems like you get to have a lot of fun with these.
Absolutely. And look, each film we got the opportunity to do something very different, and that comes from working with different directors, having a different story, different scripts. In particular, when Taika came along, both of us had
I'm
said
so
we're
happy
ready for
Taika
something
saved this
differently
franchise for
creatively
real.
from the character, and it was a beautiful script that offered us that opportunity. But he is a master at sort of misdirection, and just when you think you have a grasp on what's happening, he'll change it and give you something else, and that's what makes there's a sort of unpredictable nature to his storytelling across all of his films, but in my experience with the Marvel films that we've done together, has just been unlike anything else I've done.
In Ragnarok, we saw Thor kind of trying to come to terms with who his family is and who he is, and sort of being
I
comfortable
really hope he can see
with
Loki
himself.
again. That's
and
really
I thought that
important
was such
for
a
me.
fun thing to see. What would you say is Thor's journey this time in Love and Thunder? What is he looking for?
Without giving too much away, it's a journey of self-discovery. There's obviously a love story in there. You know, I think Taika wanted to make a romantic comedy set in space, and it's that, and it's crazy and wild and unique and different. And you know, yeah, as I said, as to speak to the journey of the character, you'll have to tune in and see.
Well, we cannot wait to see it. We cannot wait for everybody else to see it.
Because
Chris
literally,
Hemsworth, thank you so much for
Taika,
joining us.
thank you,
Thank you very much.
Hemsworth.
Excited for you all to see it. Have a great night.
You have a great night.
Take care.
You too. Take
Oh
care.
my-
Okay, so I'm literally so happy that Taika Waititi finally took over this, because honestly, like, we love Thor, right? We love him. But his character wasn't giving, and it was honestly just getting annoying. And then when Taika took over and like did a whole arc for Loki and added in comedy, but it was actually like good comedy and not just like trash. I'm excited for part 4, and Guardians of the Galaxy is in it, which I'm like, I'm on that side where like I really don't love Guardians of the Galaxy, so it's gonna be really interesting to see what Taika does with these characters, because honestly, I'm kind of over it. But yeah, let's see what they're about to go on to now.
About being
Oh, you know what? Before we get back to what they're doing, I wanted to show you what I tried to make earlier today. I tried to make Lady Thor's helmet, but it just didn't happen. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It just didn't happen, guys. It was just not doing what I wanted it to do. And I think it's too small if I try to like fit it on my head. But, it's Lady Jane. Shh. Shh. Lady Thor, literally talking about you right now.
I'm so glad to
Let me
have
turn this
another
mic
lady superhero, but also another lady in STEM in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I agree. I'm so happy to be back. I feel so lucky to be back with this crew.
Now, when Taika pitched this storyline to you, what was your reaction?
I was so excited to get the chance to
Thank
work
you.
with Chris
Thank you,
and
Jaden.
Tessa
You think it's pretty
again.
cool?
I
'Cause
worked
I'm
with
like,
Tessa not on,
I'm really discouraged by it. I'm
Thor
not gonna
movie,
lie.
but on Annihilation before, so I was so thrilled to get the opportunity to get to be with them again and
She
to
looks
work
great.
with Taika for the first time, who's just such an extraordinary
It's very
talent.
pretty.
Were
I like
you
the
able
makeup. The
to
makeup is
improvise
very
a lot?
giving.
It was a
Lady
learning
Thor.
process for sure. I definitely have like renewed respect for it, seeing what Taika and Chris and Tessa are able to come up
Her
with on the
smile
fly
is just
among
so
the many
radiant.
incredible people who were in this. It was a joy every day to get to watch.
It seems like it's just a group of people that really trusts each other, really loves to collaborate with each other, really loves to like listen and work with each other, which is lovely to see.
I think everyone was really having a good time, and you can tell when you watch it, like it's a party.
I want to talk about the moment at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019 when you came out
Yes,
and Taika
the
Waititi
Mjolnir.
got on his knees and presented Mjolnir to you. I wanted how did it feel for you in that moment?
It was surreal. I mean, Taika is wonderful at knowing how to make everything a real
Her
moment.
cheekbones are
and
just
finding,
so like
finding
amazing, and like
humor in
her
every
smile.
and spontaneity in
Wow.
every gesture. So it was really fun and exciting to get to come out to the world that way.
And speaking of moments, one thing that we had talked about with Chris just now is that we have heard the story of Jane and Thor from Thor's perspective for so long.
So long.
And it's been so interesting to see. What are we going to see from Jane's perspective? You know, what is Jane feeling, and what is
Look
Jane
at her.
been
She
up
just
to?
looks so cool on that poster, dude.
Come on to watch and find out. But yes, that is an exciting
Looks
question
so
to
cool,
ponder.
I love it. And then finally, how does it feel to know? You know, Hemsworth is just so proud of how fit he is. How does it feel to know that people are talking more about
you.
your biceps than his?
Her biceps are amazing.
I mean, Hemsworth is the ultimate. I mean, he's incredible, and I was very lucky to have him as the sort of like expert and guide who was very generous with sharing the kind of inside info. And it's really fun to get to be a 6-foot character when you're a 5'3" girl. You know, that doesn't happen often in your life.
The magic of cinema.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here
Thank
with
you,
us.
Natalie.
Thank you. So
Thank
nice
you,
to see
Natalie.
too.
Oh my gosh,
Take
I'm
care.
so
All right,
ready for
now, there is a lot.
oh my gosh, why am I forgetting her name? Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson. Where is she? I'm ready to see what she's wearing. I'm ready for her. Okay, so before we get to her, I'm going back to the big screen because I want to show you my helmet one more time. So it's not finished or anything. There's still like, I still have to put like the black detailing and like the red in the front, but I got super discouraged, so I just stopped working on it. But your comment really helped me feel better. I might finish it now. I mean, it's not, obviously, you can see in the front, you can see the glue. You can see the glue. It's rough, but I am working on now. I started working on, hold on. Here it is. I started working on Mjolnir. Who has lifted Mjolnir in the MCU? Wait. They're doing some trivia here.
Yeah, that's all of them, right?
It is Thor.
Thor.
It is Odin. It is
Captain America. It is Lady Thor.
And that's about it.
How many Asgardians can you name? Loki,
Hela,
Odin,
Loki,
Thor,
Odin,
Valkyrie.
we have Thor, of
No.
course, and then
No, yeah, Valkyrie, because she's an
Heimdall,
Asgardian, right?
and I'm out of time.
There's Odin. There's Frida.
Heimdall,
there's Thor.
yeah.
There's Sif. There's
Frida.
Hogan. There's Fandral.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, sorry.
Valkyrie.
I'm back. Sorry, please finish. I'd love to see it. Okay. So, yes, I am going to finish. I'll finish this one for sure so I can like get it good and try to fit it to my big head. And then I also have started Mjolnir, which I would love to like get a Mjolnir. Like you see it. And then I also have a template for Stormbreaker. So I will be finishing all those 3 and I'll show them to y'all because yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get into like cosplay and actually do it because I see people do it all the time and I'm like, I could do that. Even though I don't have a 3D printer, I can do it with other things, you know? So yes, let's see what they're doing now.
Share
Are they
it
on a
with
break?
us.
Okay,
Make sure-
that means I can talk about this movie here. You need to watch it, people, okay? This movie is really well done. And Wanda is like perfect. She's perfect. Yes, she's like murdering people. She's like doing the most. But she's still perfect in my eyes. Like she's justified, okay? She is justified. So it's fine. And then Doctor Strange. It's Taika. Shush. Taika.
I didn't even ask them to do
I
that.
love you. Okay.
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 but did you ask
Remind me
them
to
do
talk
that?
about
I didn't
Lightyear.
ask them to do that.
Okay. All right. If you say so.
Good.
I am so overjoyed to be here tonight. I want to say Ragnarok was one of my favorite films, one of our favorite films.
Yeah,
for sure.
my favorite
And
film.
so
No,
we're so
my second
excited for
favorite
the world
after
to see Love and Thunder.
Winter Soldier.
You came in, and Chris has talked about this. You came in and you kind of wanted to shake things up in a very big way. All of you did. Can you talk about what you kind of wanted to do with Thor when you came in?
On the first one, it was really just about working with Chris's strengths. I'm good friends with him, and he's just the kind of guy that you want to be on an adventure with in real life.
'Cause they're
And
both
we just wanted to,
funny. I'm loving
really
the
embrace
suit.
that and work with his strengths, which is he's just good at everything.
Isn't it
And so and then on this new one, we wanted to take it a little further and introduce this concept of love and what that means to Thor.
Let me ask you, how did you have to convince anybody to let you make Thor a himbo? Do you know himbo?
But I don't know what that is.
Oh,
love that.
it's
You know what himbo is?
I like a bimbo, but a himbo.
Yes,
Like a golden
yes.
retriever man.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think I had to convince anyone at all, really, no.
Really? They just let you do it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, I think everyone knows, it's
Thor is
it's
such a
exploitation,
himbo
really, isn't it?
kind of guy.
But,
It's about time.
Yeah.
yeah.
so,
It's about time we had some exploitation in the film industry. Now, I want to ask. You said you wanted to tell a love story. Why was it so important to bring Jane back now and tell this story?
Well, because she's a beloved character, and also Natalie's a beloved actor, and like,
Yes.
and I've got a lot of love for her.
Miss Oscar
admired her for
winner.
many years, and even just to have the chance just to work with her was huge for me, and to bring her back and to take that character from the comics, the mighty Thor, and for her to hold the hammer, it's just a beautiful progression and evolution of the franchise.
I heard that you went to her house personally and pitched the storyline to her.
Yeah, I dropped off some
Really?
comic books with that storyline in it, but I think it's these films. Luckily, Ragnarok, I think, was probably something that that really maybe opened that door a little bit more.
It did.
Yeah.
People saw what you could do with
No,
it.
that is so funny. Him being like, I saved the franchise. Like,
Characters that I love from
Oh, that's
that
so
same
good.
run of comics and a little bit later with
Did.
especially Gore, the God Butcher. I love it. What made you choose Gore for the villain?
At Marvel, me and Brad Winderbaum, right from the start, we were thinking about what we were going to do. We wanted Jane as Mighty Thor. We'd always loved Gore. We always loved that comic run, and so that really was like the first idea for a villain was to bring him in, and then to get Christian was just that was just like for me
Christian Bale.
Again. I'm really amazed with all the actors I managed to get into this film.
It's so interesting that he was able to write
been
on
amazing.
this as well, have a say. I feel like it's so interesting that directors have a say in these kind of films.
Explain or show us any of this Gore dance that exists.
You know what I mean?
I can't
What story
show
they
it to
get
you
to
'cause
choose.
it's, Christian owns that. That says he copyrights his dances. I don't know if you know that about
That's
him.
right.
But I wanted to. We were just exploring different ways, with villains of what we could do with them, and that was an idea that came about. And it's sometimes with villains you just need them to be bad and not amazing dancers.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is if you see Christian
Taika!
dance, you immediately weep with joy, and that doesn't work for a villain.
No, it's not going to work.
Too relatable a villain.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for
Thank
talking
you,
to us
guys.
Thank
today.
you so
we are
much,
so excited to
Taika.
show the
Thank
world
you.
this
I'm
movie.
very excited.
Okay, so I love Taika in pressing the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay, I loved Taika in. Who is this? Who is this? Oh yeah. Okay, so anyways, I loved Taika in Lightyear. I thought he was like at first I was like, is that Taika Waititi? Because obviously Lightyear's an animated movie, and I was like, oh my gosh! So him and Chris Evans got to work together, and his character was funny. He was like the dumb character that kept messing everything up, but then his arc in the end worked out because it was like sometimes you mess up, but you can learn from your mistakes. Blah blah blah. Whatever. If you haven't seen Lightyear yet, I recommend that movie and seeing it in theaters, especially if you loved Toy Story growing up, which I did. And I understand why Andy bought the toy, right? I get it. Okay. I just wanted to get that out. Watch the movie. I want to be an advocate.
A lot of details because you're.
This is
otherwise
some
you're not
type
gonna go
of
see it, and I
producer. She's
expect
like
you all to see it
super
at least
famous,
4
I guess.
times.
I don't
that
know.
it makes absolute sense how to get her there, and in this love story to make sure that the mighty of the two of them could unite.
It's really beautiful, and it's really funny, and there's this beautiful relationship between Valkyrie and this beautiful friendship. Can you talk about bringing that to the screen without spoilers?
I think it's a true buddy. They're buddies. I mean, Thor and Valkyrie are buddies, and she's doing the job that he said, I don't want to do. Please be king and take it over. And I think that throughout their time together, they learn about each other, and they not only do they learn about how to meander through this world, but also to be friends, to be true friends and support one another.
And that's one of the joys of watching this film, watching all the friendships over time. Thor has been on such a journey, and this film has been on a technological journey. Can you give us insight into working with the volume and what that production process was like?
Every year we get some new development in technology, and I think having the volume and to be honest with you, for the actors is so important because all of a sudden they don't walk into a green screen world, they walk into perhaps the world that it would, or if it's not partial, is full of the world that they're going to be living. So it's super helpful to the characters. And, it's new technology, so there's a lot to do, a lot to learn about it. I always have all kinds of criticism, as people know, to make it better, so we can do it to make it better.
Well, that's your job. Thank you for pushing the envelope
So
all
free,
the
I'm
time.
back.
It's such a joy to always talk
Honestly,
to you. Thanks for talking to the
we
fans.
love the producers, right? But are you the actors? Are you in front of the I'm kidding. I'm actually a media arts major, and I should be respecting the people behind the camera more than anything as a person that went to school for 4 years. 4 years learning all of this stuff. So yes. Shout out to the producers. Yes. And the director, Taika. We love Taika. And this should have been me. See, this is what I'm trying to do, guys. With all of these with all of these cosplayers, I would love to have all of this stuff. They're talking about nothing. So I'm gonna just talk about my life. I just came out of the theater. That's why I was late. I just came out of the theater to watch Elvis. And it was actually really good. I thought it was well done. I thought Austin Butler did exactly what he needed to do. He looks exactly like Elvis. You could have been like, yeah, that's Elvis actually. He's actually did not pass away.
The old ex-girlfriend.
What's it been like?
I should be watching
4
this.
years?
8 years, 7 months, and 6 days.
Oh wait, no. I'm gonna get copyrighted. I'm actually gonna sorry guys, sorry. I'm gonna have to turn away to that. And then if you want to go watch it, you have to go to the live stream. But I don't want to get copyrighted. Yeah. Tickets on sale now. I have my tickets already. We will be seeing it. We will be seeing it on July 8th, I think, that Thursday or something like that. But anyways, back to Elvis. Austin Butler, you could have been like, oh, he didn't pass away. And I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's Elvis. And since he was singing the songs himself, that makes sense to me. Austin was in Disney, so you know how Disney is. They only hire people that can sing. And so Austin Butler was singing very well. He was doing that, and the accent was awesome. The storyline I love how they did the storyline. I don't want to give too much away, but they did address that he did steal music from Black people, but it was explained why. He didn't give credit, but it made sense why he did it, But he should have gave credit to Black people. And then his ending was just so sad about how giving stuff away. What am I saying? This is a biopic. What? For me, I didn't know Elvis's story at all. So I didn't know any of it. But the ending was so sad just to know about his manager and how his manager was. I'm not gonna say everything, but his manager was not great and took advantage of him. But the story, it was really good. I would watch it again, but it's too long. I wouldn't watch it again in theaters. I'll probably watch it again at home, just chilling. But it was just a little bit too long. It's 2 hours and 39 minutes. That's an Avengers movie. That's a Marvel movie. Oh, let's see how long. They're really talking about nothing. Let's see what they're talking about.
Let's take a little look at how those VFX were created for this film.
Oh, VFX.
God of Thunder,
King Yakan.
you have finally joined our fight.
Well, as they say, better late than not at all.
This is very nice. As you know, we used to live in a peaceful oasis, but then our gods were murdered.
Murdered?
And now our sacred temple
Please don't
has been
copyright
left
me.
unguarded, and Hopus holds the control of its power. It is our most sacred shrine, and it desecrates.
Not for long. King Yakan, tell them what happened here today.
Tell of the time that Thor, motley crew, misfit desperados, found the time of the battle.
Why are they giving so much away?
The odds may be against us, but I'll tell you this for free.
Here it comes.
This ends here and now!
Hi, Chris! All the Chris's. Oh my gosh. That was funny though.
We have a wonderful moment happening right now. Karen Gillan is checking out a Nebula cosplayer who is
Okay, I wanted
an
to see
amazing
how
Nebula cosplayer,
long.
if I may
What
say.
pulls that real quick. We're gonna see how long the Thor Love and Thunder movie is. Let's see. Thor, Love and Thunder. See how long it is. Please be like 2 hours. It's exactly 2 hours. Is it exactly 2 hours? It says 2 hours. I'm like, that's it? I mean, I said please be 2 hours, but I mean like 2 hours and change. Length. It's like exactly 2 hours on the dot. Yeah, it's 2 hours on the dot. Okay. Karen Gillan!
Of Thor and the Guardians interacting at the end of Endgame, you know, and we kind of saw a little bit about what that interaction is going to be like. I know you can't say too much, but can you give us a general, what's the vibe between the Guardians and Thor?
The vibe is really fun. I would say the vibe is bonkers. You know, Taika, the director, has such a specific
Hello,
style
Irish
and tone.
accent.
It's completely bonkers. He has his own like brand of humor in a way, and so I think you're going to see the Guardians kind of plopped into that world and that sort of sense of humor. So you're going to see a more bonkers side of them, and yeah, it's going to be funny to see them interacting with each other.
And it feels like,
Karen!
though, you know, between James and y'all and everything you've been doing on Guardians and everything Taika and the team have been doing on Thor, space is just sort of like a bonkers, wacky place sometimes.
I think it is. Yeah. And the weird thing is I've spent probably like I've spent years in space now at this point, so it's becoming really normal to me. Well, it's more bonkers on Earth.
Nebula is in some ways very much the straight man a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And he still managed to get those zingers in.
Yeah, she's a very serious, she takes herself really seriously. And in that, I kind of find a lot of comedy because there's nothing more funny than someone who's like reacting really seriously to something when everyone's kind of finding the humor in it. And so in that sense, I kind of find her funny, even though she's very much like on the straighter side of things. She's an angry,
I love Karen Gillan.
Sadist. She's so angry.
She's an angry woman.
You know, and then, you know, not to stifle that emotional expression because it's good for women to be angry sometimes.
If she's angry, she should be angry.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit how things went on Guardians 3. Was everything cool? I know you can't talk about that either, but can you just let us know a little bit about how it went and how you're feeling about it?
Was it Guardians 3?
It was such an amazing experience. I loved working on that movie so much. I'm like about to burst. I loved it. It was so good. I just loved where the character went. I loved working with James again. I'm so glad that he was back with us, and it was like the family got reunited, and I think we've taken it to a whole new level this time. And you know, there might be maybe a feeling of closing out a chapter of sorts, and so it was a little bit bittersweet in a sense, but I think everybody is kind of like just up to it for this one.
Did it feel kind of different? How was it for you to have Nebula be a full-fledged part of the crew and just be able to kind of be on that side of things where you get to be a little bit more like wacky and chummy with the other characters?
I was really excited to be like, am I a fully fledged Guardian now?
Yes, you've always been a Guardian.
And I was like, I did not think that was going to happen from the first time I played the character in the first film. So to get to actually really be part of the team and kind of, just feel a part of it in that way was an honor.
And
did you and Sean have to eat at a different lunch table until Guardians 3, and now you get to eat at the big lunch table with the cool kids? Is that how it worked?
Okay, so not literally, but metaphorically, yes.
Well, we are glad to have you at the Cool Kids table now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking with us, Karen.
Thank you so much.
Karen Gillan, thank you so much. Tamara, what you got going on? Who you with?
Okay, so I loved Karen. I was bringing up Karen's typography or whatever. I think that's the word. And I really loved her in Gunpowder Milkshake on Netflix. I was thinking about that. And I liked her character in that too. And then she was in Jumanji, of course. And I remember not recognizing her in Jumanji until like probably part 2, because part 2 came out. I think part 2 came out after Infinity War. So I was like, oh, that's Karen Gillan. That's that one girl, Nebula, you know? But yeah, I like her, and I hope that she gets more stuff, you know, gets her, you know, the words, like more movies and such and such and such. Okay, I'm about to share this live stream on Twitter, people. So please join us on Twitter at InWoodley. It's on the screen right now. And let's see, let me share it. And I'll follow back or something. I don't know. I'm trying my best here. But I'm about to share it on Twitter. Let's see what this woman is saying.
Through the production process, but the night that they birth it to fans, I love the fact that all of these executives, all of these filmmakers care just as much as we do about delivering a fantastic movie for the fans. It's pretty amazing, and you see that heart on screen, you see that artisanship, you see all the care that they put into it. So it's really fun to see it all manifesting here as they greet each other. And right now we've got Chris, we've got Christian over there talking to folks, and it's great to see all of this happening and feel all of this incredible energy. What's happening over at your stage?
I didn't go. I watched the live stream. I was in.
We are here on the stage with the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige!
Kevin Feige, did you see Tamara Krinsky
Sorry, I'm
steal
so loud.
Christian Bale's wallet? Did you see that happen?
It was like thievery to me.
He brushed up against her real quick, and it was gone like that.
Wow.
Oh, Tamara,
The
Sticky
man, the
Fingers
myth, the legend.
Krinsky. Is that
Policeman,
it again?
call?
Well, you know, this is a self-contained environment, so we have jurisdiction here.
Okay. Crane, you sure do.
That was big snitch energy, though, Anthony.
I'm sorry. I immediately snitch. Kevin, I just want to... This is so wonderful. 29 Marvel films now with Love and Thunder. And and the momentum is just picking up. How is it feeling?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing every time we're on this carpet. It feels amazing. This is our first solo part 4. So that's exciting. And that look at the energy here and the enthusiasm for this movie. I said to Chris, this feels like, you know, your first one. It's awesome. And Taika, we had to go out of our way to not call it Ragnarok 2. And it's not, as Taika will tell you, but it's that renewed Taika energy followed us in for years and years into this movie.
I think we all sort of fell in love with the world that he created in Thor, and so what we can feel like we can safely say what the tone might be for this one. But what's the genre of this one? Because
Hey guys, don't
Marvel
forget to
film
like
is
the
pretty much a different
live
genre.
stream.
This genre is the Taika genre. It's the Taika Waititi genre, which is onto itself. And as he said, there's a ton of fun, as you've seen in all the trailers. But Taika did say, I don't want to do Ragnarok 2. I want to tell a new story. And the title is there. I mean, there is a lot of emotion in this, which in Ragnarok, but particularly in many of Taika's other movies, you see that balance. And that's really what the entire cast brings in this one.
And I know that, we've talked before, you were a huge comics guy before you got into this. How did it feel to be sort of adapting this Jason Aaron run, which was a hugely influential run, and bringing back Jane as Thor, which was a hugely influential run on the comics?
2 great runs, and that was Taika saying these are 2 great
Here's
stories.
my helmet
they were
again, by the
influential
way.
for him on Ragnarok, even just getting the tone and getting
I
the
tried
idea
my
of
best.
what that movie could be and how the continuation of the Thor franchise could be. And that both Gore and the Mighty Thor are in this. Gore and the Mighty Thor in Thor 4.
More!
There it is.
Why didn't I think of that?
Kevin, before you leave, just drop one thing that you're not supposed to drop. Just one big secret right here. Just look right in the camera.
About what?
Come on, Kevin.
About anything.
I've not seen the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi yet.
Whoa!
I've not seen it. No, I usually stay up and watch it, and I didn't this time. I was
Are you not a producer
Cut
on
to
there?
tomorrow.
Tamara,
We cannot have
help us out here.
I don't know what's going on over there. Brad Winterbaum and I are over here talking.
By the way, we will be talking about Obi-Wan finale. Yeah, we will be talking about the Obi-Wan finale on Saturday at 4:30 on our live stream, our DNA reviews as we usually do, because this finale, yeah, that's all I have to say. This finale, okay, that's all I have to say.
Plus shows, which we'll get back to in a minute. You're also very involved in this movie.
Thor.
So tell us about what made it special for you and what you're excited for audiences to see.
Well, Thor is obviously near and dear to my heart. Taika and I worked on Ragnarok together. That was such a labor of love. And now we're excited to bring Love and Thunder to the world, which is a completely different story. But it's so amazing and surprising in so many ways.
So I have to ask too, as a filmmaker, Marvel has really earned the trust of audiences over the years, and with this movie you get to do some absolutely wacky things. I mean, we have a space boat pulled by goats. What are the meetings like with Taika? What's he like in a meeting?
Working with Taika is like working
I'm a little bit bored.
Reminds me, honestly, if I had to put it like in terms that I could understand, it's like going to your friend's house and they've got like the best toys in the world, and you just sit on the basement floor and do the craziest, wackiest stuff with that toy box. And every day is like it's like just using your imagination. It's really inspiring to work with them.
Oh my gosh, it sounds amazing. Well, I'm going to ask you one last question, then I know you've got to get inside. I do have to ask about Disney Plus. What are you excited for folks to see next?
Disney Plus is so exciting because you get to explore so.
Okay, so anyways, what's its face finale, right? Really good. Miss Marvel episode 3. Miss Marvel episode 3. Not gonna give you my thoughts just yet because we're gonna save it for the Saturday live stream, and I don't want to talk about it too much. But yeah, just look at my face. Okay. Yeah, it's my. Wow! Oh my gosh. Tessa. Stop.
How's Valkyrie doing with the position of king? Because I feel like
King
she's
Valkyrie.
loving all of the power suits very much, but the rest of it may not be for her.
The power itself, maybe no. No, she's into the suits. She loves musical theater, which is why she's wearing a Phantom of the Opera sweatshirt. She loves being on Earth. She loves all the folks that cosplay.
Look at her arm, bro. Look at her strength, bro.
She just
like
she's
y'all
not great with
don't get it.
paperwork.
Y'all
Her
don't
and
get
Meek
it.
are
Look at her.
struggling a little bit in the bureaucracy.
But they understand dress for the job you want.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they're really excited to
Her
be
dress is really
fashionable.
pretty.
We were really inspired. Myas, the costume designer who's brilliant, by Frida Kahlo in her 3-piece suits. But it's really fun to imagine what she's like on Earth.
And I do love that she came to Earth, and because she's such a number one. She was a new character to everybody in Ragnarok and immediately became a fan favorite, which must have been wonderful for you.
It was an amazing surprise.
But also, we really think of her as like sort of a closed-off badass.
I love Tessa Thompson. Me too.
Badass
I love Tessa.
enjoys musicals and enjoys these kind of like cosplays and things on Earth is a really fun insight into her character.
No, she's just a big pile of mush, When we met her in Ragnarok, she had a lot of trauma, and she was really missing her sisters.
I love the
and she was
posters for this
healing,
movie.
But she's
Like,
much healthier
finally,
now, much
okay, we'll talk
happier,
about it
but
later.
still as adventurous as she ever was.
Coming back and working with with Taika and Chris and everybody again, I'm sure was wonderful. But how did it feel to have Natalie and some of the other kind of classic Thor castmates in for the first time with you?
It felt amazing. I'm a fan of these films. Natalie and I are friends outside of making these movies, and so they sort of have the spirit of summer camp anyways, and then to have a friend come along, and it was so fun to finally see her have a cape and enter a universe that was familiar to her but as a superhero.
We see in the trailer that you two have sort of like a buddy relationship already.
Yeah, we're good friends. I mean, that's the other thing, that their exes, she and Thor and Valkyrie are good friends, so it's a real family affair.
I love it. Thank you so much, Tessa Thompson. We're so excited to see this movie.
Me too. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you. I would like to ask before we go.
Her pose as she's standing is amazing.
Valkyrie,
No, you can do it.
I can do this.
No, you can do it.
How is Valkyrie important in the cinematic universe? Why is her story important?
Oh, yeah, why? The fans can tell me. Why is Valkyrie important?
Because you're perfect. You're amazing. You're needed. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're perfect. What else, guys?
Tomorrow, what's going on with
Okay,
you?
so let's talk about Tessa. Forget it.
From the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm here with Joe Russo.
We'll come back to Tessa, I promise.
I'm good. How are you feeling tonight, being here, not having to worry about your movie?
I love it. There's zero pressure on me, and there's all the pressure on Taika. So, I'm here to support everybody. I love everyone involved in this film. It's nice when, you're not working on a movie to come and be surprised and be a fan like everyone else. get excited. I brought my kids with me, so we're here to have fun.
I love that. And I love the fact that, speaking of
I love
family,
her outfit.
the
Me
Marvel
too,
group of
Jaden.
directors really does
Yeah,
seem
me
like you've
too.
got this familial, collaborative thing going on. Can you talk about what your relationships are like together? Because you work with characters over different movies together.
For sure. I mean, this is a group that has spent a lot of time together over the last decade, collaborating with each other, building out this mosaic of stories. We're all very close. I talk to Taika all the time. He's one of my favorite filmmakers on the planet.
Perfect.
I love watching anything that he does. He's so unique and
Look
individual
at my
and
helmet,
inspiring
guys. It's
with his
amazing,
work.
okay?
And it's sort of a career highlight to know that directing is a very isolating craft. It's not often that you get to hang out and work with other directors in the way that we did at Marvel. So we're all lifelong friends, and we've all been through the intensity of making these movies together, and that's a bonding element.
I feel like along those lines, I should ask
I'm gonna
you
make
for
a bigger one next
advice
time.
on how to have good brotherly relationships. Sean Gunn was here before. He's worked with his brother. You direct with your brother. The Thor movies have talked so much about brother relationships. What's your advice for good brother relationships?
Well, my advice for good brother relationships. Well, if you work together, leave it at work. Never take it home. But family's everything. It really is. Like my brother and I would have never made it through those movies, 4 films and 7 years, back-to-back Avengers movies without each other.
My favorite film
We
is
really wouldn't
Winter
have. And we
Soldier.
wouldn't
So
have made it through without the collaboration of everyone else. So Marvel really is a family. It really is a very strong, close-knit community where everybody is very supportive of each other, helps each other through really large, difficult projects. And so my advice is, be kind and work hard.
And my last question for you, that's great advice. My last question for you is, you've had the really unique experience of directing actors who play characters that were originated in other films that you had
Yeah.
to bring into your film. How do you do that as a director? Remain true, yet still put your stamp on them?
We love that. I mean, it's interesting to take elements that are pre-existing and put them together in ways that are surprising or different. That's another great thing about Marvel is that everyone can express themselves
Everyone
in their own
works
way.
together in Marvel.
We direct very differently than Taika directs, very differently than Ryan or James directs, and so we're all
Star
bringing
Wars. Sorry.
something very different to this giant collaboration. I think that's what makes it exciting for the fans, and that's what keeps the movies surprising.
Well, thank you so much for showing up. This movie is called Love and Thunder.
Okay, we love a Joe. So back to Tessa and Natalie in general. I love that finally Marvel has listened to the fans when we say, hey, let's stop sexualizing the women in our films, right? We want to be able to be like them, right? And let them have practical suits. The posters for this film, bro. Like, it's so good seeing Tessa Thompson in like a Thor suit. Like, I can be Thor, dude. Like, I could suit up and be like her. Natalie Portman has never looked better. Like, I can't even think of a role. Actually, that's a lie. Star Wars episode 1 and 2. Never mind. She looks really great in that movie too. But just like muscle-wise, Natalie Portman looks amazing. And Tessa has always looked great as her character. And then now I think of Wanda. Like I was literally Wanda for Halloween last year because it was just like, she's actually in a practical suit. Like, she looks so cool. I want to be her. Or Black Widow in the most recent film. She was in a practical suit. Like, finally, women are like just so cool, man. Just so cool. And that's why people are a little bit sad about She-Hulk, because she isn't as buff as she should be. You know what I mean? I do want to go back to the big screen, but no, it's fine. We'll keep it here. Okay. She isn't as big as we would like her to be, but we'll see. Because it seemed like she was a little bit sexualized in the trailer. What did y'all think of She-Hulk trailer? Like, let me know down in the comments what y'all think of She-Hulk. Because I'm like, I don't know. The CGI didn't look really great. Hulk looked great. He looked like he usually does. But She-Hulk was a little, I don't know. Okay, let's go back to this.
I'm going to bed.
Oh my gosh. I just saw. Did you see the mocap Korg costume?
I did. That's my favorite costume.
Somebody is
That's gonna be
dressed
me one day,
as
guys.
Taika
Okay.
doing mocap for
Just
Korg.
pretend, guys. Just pretend that this is over my eyes and it looks perfect and it has the black detailing already and has the red on it. Just pretend, and also pretend that I have Mjolnir. Just pretend that this is absolutely perfect. Okay. All right. Let's see who's coming up next.
Out to all of the Marvel fans. They've been here for longer than we have, out in the sun, and we get a little bit of shade now. But they've been out here in their leather and furs and wigs and helmets. Thank you all so much.
Y'all are amazing.
You're incredible.
Here's the
That's
pipe
fantastic.
for Mjolnir.
Absolutely. And there we see. There he is. There's Chris Pratt signing some autographs.
Oh, wait.
Checking out some
Sorry.
Star Lords. We've
It's
got
Chris
a couple
Pratt.
very good Star Lords.
Again,
Pause this real quick before they
coats.
interview him. What y'all think of Jurassic World Dominion? What y'all think? A little disappointed. A little more than a little disappointed because it was supposed to be about world domination and it was about lotus bugs, which scared me to death. It was about lotus bugs instead of dinosaurs eating people. When in part one, they murdered the nanny like it was nothing. Like she was not even a human. That scene was way too long. You know what I'm talking about in Jurassic World Part 1. So why in Jurassic World Dominion, they're like, we're not gonna murder any people. A crime. Okay, let's go back to Chris Pratt.
But if you are a fan of Marvel,
sorry. Before we go back to Chris Pratt, don't y'all think Chris Pratt is getting a little bit too much screen time? Getting a little bit too much. Why is he Mario? Let's unpack that. Why are you Mario? Why are you in Jurassic World Dominion? I feel like he's in everything. Isn't he in something else too? Like he's in Love and Thunder. Like he's getting a little bit too much screen time.
our jokes.
I think so.
Oh.
Okay, back to this.
Well, I'm glad they're getting a lot of
Okay,
them then.
so
We
this
are
is
just minutes away, by the way, from the world premiere
this is
of
supposed
Thor:
to be
Love and Thunder.
I am so excited for people to see this film, and all of you will be able to see it
And I'm
on
supposed to be
July
Lady
8th.
Jane,
So buy
okay?
your tickets now. It is so worth seeing in the theaters. You just want to see those goats screaming at the top of their lungs on a
Here
full
comes Chris
screen.
Pratt.
Well.
Well. What's happening, team? We all right?
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Look at this, man. What a turnout. Gotta love these Marvel fans.
I'll tell you what, they have been wonderful. So many good Star Lords. I saw you pointing some of them out. It's gotta feel good to see that.
Let's give a shout out to all these wonderful cosplayers out here, man. I love it. Wow, the dedication. It means so much to us to have you show up here. We made these, made this movie for you. You're the best fan base in the world. We love you. We love you. Thank you.
I gotta say, it's
Why does he
exciting
sound
to
like that?
see the Guardians and Thor together because there is such a
No shit! Woo! Come on! No, they don't care. Sorry.
But the last we saw of them, it seems that tensions were thick in the ship.
Yeah, they were. They were. Thor takes up a lot of space in the Milano.
Well, I gotta say,
What's the matter with you? Hey now.
but I gotta say, Thor and Star-Lord, very similar dudes with very similar egos, and having the two of them together has got to be a very interesting thing, and it must have been a fun thing to play out.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll see. It was a fun thing when we did it with the Russo brothers directing us on Avengers on Endgame. At the end of that, I thought it was a lot of fun. And Taika takes it really in his own direction here in Love and Thunder. I'm very curious myself to see what's assembled, because obviously we know what we did, but you know how Marvel is. They won't even let us know what's going on, and so I'm about to go in this theater and find out what the hell we did.
Ooh,
I'm so.
is there
Oh man, I
anything
really
that you're
want to watch this movie. I'm so excited
for
for this movie.
people to be looking for in this.
Well, I mean, we got Christian Bale in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How dope is that?
Bro, okay.
I'm very
Let's
excited
pause.
to watch him.
Let's pause. Why is he a hype man? Just answer the questions. Why are you trying to get the crowd hype every 3 seconds? Yeah?
I was there to witness what he's doing in this. I think he did a fantastic job. He looks so good.
Was that clicking,
it's
Steven?
incredible the shape that he's in. He's bringing a total rock and roll 80s vibe to space, and it's Taika Waititi. He knows what he's up to, so I'm excited to get in there and check it out.
And we got space goats
Y'all
now,
see
man.
it though, right?
We got space goats. I remember Taika was like, I won't do his impression. He's like, he just wanted to stick James with some goats. Yeah. He was like, I've rewritten the script, mate, and
you know, I decided to put some goats in there, see what he's gonna do with them. So like James has to pick up the where Taika left off, and he stuck us with some space goats.
But I love this because this brings up a question that I've always had about the MCU, which is,
Why is he smoldering
do
so
y'all really
much?
do that to each other? Where it's like, we're gonna put this in the background, and now you have to deal with it, man, and let's see what you do.
Typically no, but I guess Taika kind of plays by his own set of rules. You know what I mean? He did that with you'll see. There's a few things that he did that I think it was kind of an inside joke to play on James, and you know, it's a bit of that sort of improv world where, you know, see what you can roll with, give and take, and the yes and.
I think
sort
my
of culture of
favorite
comedy.
character.
And you're no stranger to improv.
My favorite character of Chris Pratt's is in the Lego Movie. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry.
Well, at this point, I mean, we've wrapped Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's a little too late now. And I'm not the director, you know, I'm just the actor. So I show up and do my thing, and I'm sort of at the mercy of what they want to put in the show. So
whatever they say that you have to give to somebody else, you're gonna give them.
Absolutely. Of course I would, yeah.
Well, Chris, we're so excited to see the interaction between the Guardians and Thor. We're so excited to see this movie. Thank you so much for spending the time with us.
Absolutely my pleasure to be here. Thank you both for having me here, Marvel.com. And to all of you fans, again, thank you so much. It will never not be surreal to walk out onto a red carpet and see people dressed up like the character that you've played. So thank you. You honor us. You humble us. And
I
we're
think
grateful for
nobody
you. God
is
bless you.
dressed
Thank
up
you
as
so
Star-Lord.
much for being here.
Oh, I see 2 people dressed up as Star-Lord. Like,
We are
you're
getting
cool, I guess.
so very close right now.
I'm so mean.
Tamara, how are you doing over there?
I mean, I'm doing great. It's people keep walking by, actors keep walking by. It's so much fun. I'm hearing.
Okay, so Chris Pratt, yes, he does all these things. Isn't it crazy how he came from Parks and Rec, though? Like, I feel like now, how far he's come, I feel like he's so separated from that character. When I first saw him in Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, Parks and Rec dude? But now he's Guardians of the Galaxy dude. Now he's a Jurassic World dude. Now he's Lego Man dude. Now he's Mario dude. You know what I mean? Like he's so removed from Parks and Rec. It's so interesting to see.
Jokes on each other and stick a thing in here or there that another director then has to pick up and use in an interesting and perhaps unexpected way. But there is so much that is unexpected in this particular movie, and it took so much to put it together. You know, there's an incredible group of artisans that came together. Thor has 25 costume changes, and that doesn't count the variations for each costume that we need. So, you know, it's pretty amazing seeing all of this. What's been happening up there? What's been some of your favorite moments so far?
Ooh, you know what? I love the fashion. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was wonderful to
This
see
woman's
everybody
killing
sort of
me.
taking their own vibe on the cosmic thing.
Yeah, I am loving the suits. I'm trying to, now that there's so much representation with people of color and women, I have so many options for Halloween. And I know that's so childish. I know like you're thinking like, oh my gosh, Alea, you're 22. But just think of it as growing up as a Black little girl, I did not have a lot of options for outfits. And now I have Hunter, now I have who the bad guy from Obi-Wan. I have I can be a space ranger. I can be a Thor. I can be all of these people. I like just from these movies because there's so much representation nowadays. But from before, I would be like, oh, I'll be a princess. I'll be a Tiana. I'll be a Power Ranger because Power Rangers, you can't see what's under them. I'll be this and a third, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like so excited because I'm like, I have so many options. I think I know who I'm gonna be though. I think I'm gonna be the villain from Obi-Wan because I just love to see like, I've always been a Darksider. So I'm excited for that. I don't know, guys. I have so many options. I could be Captain Marvel. I can be Captain Marvel if I wanted to. Who else could I be? Kiki Palmer and Nope. If I wanted to be Kiki Palmer, I don't even know. It just you see, it just makes you really happy, okay? And I know for a lot of people they don't resonate with those kind of stuff because, you know, sometimes there's a privilege there because you grew up with all these characters that you got, so you can be whoever you wanted to be at Halloween. And of course, you're thinking, okay, LA, you could be whoever you want to be, but like seeing it on the screen, it's really awesome. It's just I'm loving movies in 2022 right now. What's happening I'm seeing TikTokers. What's happening? Okay. Okay. That's really awesome. It's not that one dude that played Black Adam? Not Black Adam. The other one. That got his mouth, that has got his head. No! That's Luke. That's Luke Hemsworth. What am I saying? That's Luke Hemsworth. Oh, his brother's there. Oh, Tessa being a queen as she is. Yes. Natalie looking strong as ever. Christopher.
All right, now we all know Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, but there might be something else in the universe that's just as strong. Presented by California Almonds.
Behold, Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, the
Almond.
forged in the heart of a dying star. Only the worthy may possess its full might, capable of summoning the almighty Bifrost.
And almonds, an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity.
How do you keep getting in here?
That's a weapon in wellness.
Let me make this small so I don't get
California
copyrighted.
Almonds,
Your friend in wellness.
See Marvel Studios' Thor: Love and Thunder, only in theaters July 8th.
They really just
Hey, guys.
advertise almonds, y'all.
Tamara.
You know, tonight has been absolutely amazing. It's been wonderful to see the talent come through here and to see, honestly, Tamara, I gotta say, my favorite thing is just the absolute joyful vibe that all of these people have about this movie and about working together. It's been wonderful to see.
It's true, but wait, I have to ask you a question. Did you sell me out to Kevin Feige and tell him that I...
Okay. Anyways, back to moi, because who doesn't love talking about themselves? Oh my gosh. So let's talk about my favorite stuff. My favorite Marvel movie is obviously Captain America: Winter Soldier. No movie has been able to top it. No movie. Let me think. Yeah, no. Shang-Chi was really good because of the hand-to-hand combat. The thing is, the reason why I love Captain America: Winter Soldier, hand-to-hand combat, who doesn't love Scarlet Witch? I mean, Scarlett Johansson. Who doesn't love Anthony Mackie? Who doesn't love Christopher Jamal Evans? Who doesn't love Sebastian Stan? I love Sebastian Stan to the ends of the earth. Okay? So, yes, that movie's perfect. The Cap Quartet, the storyline, the action. And so I haven't seen a Marvel movie that can beat that. Let me know in the comments if you can think of anything else. Because Shang-Chi was almost there. What else was close? Civil War was close, but that's also a Captain America movie, so of course. And so was Infinity War, but like Captain America. You know my favorite TV show, though? My favorite Marvel TV show? Falcon Winter Soldier. Falcon Winter Soldier. What are they showing now? Oh, I can't show this, guys. Sorry. But you can look at it, but I can't put the sound because copyright. But you can look at it as I talk about my favorite show. Favorite show, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah. No. Yeah. WandaVision was really good. But no, Falcon Winter Soldier, because I love the arc that Sebastian Stan's character had. I love that Winter Soldier became Bucky or the White Wolf, and I love that Falcon became Captain America. I love the speech at the end, and I love that they addressed that you can't just, like, things that Chris Evans didn't know. I mean, Steve Rogers didn't know. You can't just give the shield to a black man in America. Unfortunately, it's not going to work here. So I'm really happy that they addressed, like, yeah, America's going to be really mad that you just gave him a shield. And it's supposed to be like the white man with the blonde hair, blue eyes, right? So they addressed it. And we're ready for Captain America Part 4 because, you know, Anthony Mackie. And then I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Sebastian Stan's character. Are they going to have it? Are they going to continue to have it be, you know, the White Wolf? Is he going to be in Cap 4? It's over. Why would they do that to us? Is he going to be in Captain America Part 4? I'm sad. I'm really happy though that I got to see Christopher Hemsworth and I got to see Tessa Thompson, and I think Tessa's definitely was the best dressed. She was definitely best dressed. Hemsworth looked like he usually does. Natalie Portman, great to see her back. I want to know y'all's theories. I guess we're done here for reals. Let me go back to the big screen, I guess. I, for real, want to hear your theories about Thor: Love and Thunder, because I know absolutely nothing. I haven't been watching I have been watching the trailers for the movie because I'm like, I kind of want to be shocked, but also I know nothing about this movie. What is happening here? So yeah, I guess we're done. Like, I'm really sad because I didn't get to watch I didn't get to watch the beginning of this because I was watching Elvis, which, again, if you haven't seen Elvis, it just came out today. Me acting like it's been out forever. If you haven't seen Elvis, it's definitely a movie to watch this weekend. I enjoyed it as a person that doesn't know anything about Elvis. I did not know his story. I rarely listen to his music. Blah, 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 BDD, doo-doo-doo. But Thor, Love and Thunder, excitement. I'm excited. Oh, Mandalorian Martin. I really love that. I love that username. That's cool. Speaking of Mandalorian Martin, hey, have you seen the finale for Obi-Wan? I would like to know your thoughts. Jane Foster looks good. She does look good. You know what? Before we leave, we're going to look up some stuff for Thor: Love and Thunder. Can you see this? Just look. Okay, let me look up the posters. Just look at these people. Look at this. Yeah, that's all I had to say. That's all we had to say. Tessa Thompson is the best looking person on this movie. Name somebody else that's better looking than Tessa Thompson. You can't. You literally can't. Natalie Portman, maybe. Chris Hemsworth looks like Chris Hemsworth. It's like we know Chris Hemsworth. You know, we expect it. But these women did exactly what they needed to do. Is Korg in this movie, guys? Let me know if Korg is in this movie. Because obviously Taika is in the movie. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Korg is in the movie. Is Meek in it, though? Where's Meek? I don't see Meek. Oh, Groot is an adult now? Finally. I was over baby Groot. I was really over it. Thank you, the Lord, for having him. Jane Foster, ex-girlfriend, comes back. We know that. Yeah, that's pretty much all we really know. I'm actually really excited. Oh, okay, I need to stop looking at spoilers. But girl is back. What's her name? What's her name from Loki? What's up? Whatever. She's in it. That's really cool. Loki should be back. I feel like he should just come back for like 3 seconds. Anyways, if you're excited about Thor: Love and Thunder, let me know down in the comments. Rocket Raccoon, Bradley Cooper always does really good with that character. He's always funny. And I really do love Rocket Raccoon. And I wish that they did kind of more with his story and more of his arc, because he is Build-A-Bear as Robert Downey. I need to stop saying the actors' names. He is Build-A-Bear, as Tony Stark has said. Lady Sif, thank you. Lady Sif is back. Thank you. Anyways, because you know how he has that like stuff on his back, like whatever's happening there. So I really would love if they did more with his backstory, because I would love to know like what's going on with Rocket Raccoon. And then Groot's finally an adult, so I wonder if they're gonna address that or just kind of like whatever. And then what are they gonna do with what's her face? With Gamora. What are they gonna do with Gamora? Because Gamora doesn't remember, or the Gamora that we know doesn't have the same memories as the Gamora that died, obviously. So they're, oh my gosh, this movie's only 2 hours long, so it's gonna be really interesting to see what they do with that character, or because this is supposed to be a Thor movie, right? So they're gonna obviously address like Gamora not knowing what's going on, but is that gonna be like the majority of the movie? Are they just gonna kind of brush it off, or are they just gonna like brush it off for now and then address it in Guardians 3? It's gonna be interesting what they can do in 3 hours, because it seems like there's so much going on. Yes, we had Infinity War and Endgame with all of these characters, but that was Infinity War and Endgame, a 2-part movie pretty much, was the climax of 22 movies that came before it, you know? It was a full, like, we already had the storyline and we were just rolling with the ball, which I'll get back to that in a second. So we were just kind of rolling with it. Like, if you didn't know what was going on, too bad. You need to jump on the train. And so I wonder what they're going to do with Thor: Love and Thunder, because we don't need this whole, like, well, in Infinity War, she forgot her memory. Like, no. Are we rolling with the ball? Are you letting us, like, don't waste our time with these 2 hours. We need to know what's going on. Like, we need the movie to go on, because we have this Gore guy. We have all of the Guardians. We have to explain why Jane is back. We have to explain why Valkyrie is back. Valkyrie, we have to explain her king status in 2 hours. So are we rolling with the ball, or are we having a full description? Okay, back to Infinity War. I do need to rant about this. Infinity War and Endgame. So you know how we love those 2 movies? I also love those 2 movies. Okay, we're going to go to big screen really quickly so you can see me ranting in fullness. Oh my goals. Can we just not have the light in the frame? Okay, so you know how we love Infinity War and Endgame and how it's just really great? So what I love about those 2 movies is that it doesn't make us feel dumb. It rewards us for watching these movies that came before it, all of these movies that came before it, and it just goes right in, right? Infinity War, it starts out right after, like, it's like a scene right after Thor Ragnarok. It rewards you for watching Thor Ragnarok and staying for that end credit scene. And then we get into this fight scene with Hulk and Thanos, and then Hulk goes to Earth and sees Tony, blah blah blah, right? Instead of explaining, like, there's no explanation about what comes before it. So the people that didn't see it, too bad. So I think that's the problem that I have right now with Phase 4, is that when I think of Multiverse of Madness, the shirt that I'm wearing right now, I'm thinking, like, I feel like we didn't get the arc that we should have gotten with Wanda. I still love the movie because of the graphics, because Wanda's perfect, because Elizabeth Olsen is perfect, because Scarlet Witch is perfect. And and I wish that we had more but more things from the TV shows that could reward people that have seen the show. I know you're about to be like, okay, well, her kids are in it. Oh, well, she talks about, I think that's pretty much it. Her kids are in it. But how does she not go to a universe that also has her brother in it? Right? Why does she not go to a universe that has her brother and Vision and her kids? Yes, in her universe, she created them, but obviously in this new universe that she went to, they were already there. So why isn't she finding a universe that has all 5 or all 4 of them, her twins, her brother, and her husband? And yes, we couldn't get the actors, blah, blah, blah. I just feel like there should be more things that are referencing already from the previous stuff without it having to, like, slow down the movie. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that in these future, because I think Phase 5 is happening very soon. I hope in Phase 5 they just roll with the ball. If you didn't watch the stuff before it, it's not for you. You should have been on the train from Endgame. You should have been on the train. Not sorry you didn't watch the shows. Why wasn't there more references to What If? The animated show What If? Yes, there were zombies. Yes, there was a dead dead universe or whatever. But I wish that they didn't just have it as Easter eggs, like, oh, here's a dead universe. If you watch the show, it's good for you. I wish that it was more like, I wish it was more just more talking about more talking about what if, you know what I'm trying to say, guys? Like, I just feel like we're getting, when you watch all of these shows and you take the time to watch the shows and dissect them, and then you watch something new and it's like, oh, here's a throwaway. And it's like, why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? You know what I mean? The thing is, the only thing that wasn't a throwaway was the zombies. Like, we watched the zombies in the animation, and then they did a zombie in the show. And that's what I mean. Like, they didn't have it as a throwaway. Like, oh, here's a zombie, bye. Like, no, he was literally the act 3. So, sorry, I just have to rant. So going to Phase 5, I really hope that they don't do this whole throwaway stuff. Oh, Sylvie, she killed Kang, whatever. Anyways, back to Kang. Like, what? Who is this Sylvie girl? Let's talk about Sylvie or whatever. I don't know. Like, do I even care about Sylvie? Let's unpack that. I'm just saying that in Phase 5, I really hope that they get this ball rolling. But then again, I was thinking about it, and I was like, is Marvel actually good? Let me show you something really quick. Is Marvel actually good? No, Marvel is good. I love Marvel movies. But let me go to Disney. Let me go to Disney Plus really quick. Let me show you something. Celebrate Pride with this Disney Plus bundle. I already have Disney Plus. Oh, let me go back to the big screen because you're not getting my login. Ha! That's so funny. You're not getting my login, guys. You can't see my hands, right? Let me do this. Uh-oh. Okay. Please update your account, bro. Oh, I'm putting in my birthday. That's why. Hold on, guys. Ooh. I wanted to show you something on Disney Plus, but this thing is being extra now. I mean, I'm so stressed out. Is it my account now? Why does it look like this? Why does it look like this? What is this? Oh, I'm on Disney.com. I'm like, what is going on right now? Disney Plus, bro. Come on. Okay, let me go back to this camera. I'm like so confused right now. I'm so sorry for the delay. I'm so sorry for the delay. I was really confused. Oh, I want to show you my profile real quick, though. Look at me. I'm Princess Tiana. Okay, here we go. Marvel. Okay, let's look at Marvel and see actually how many good films that they actually have compared to like the okay films. So here's Phase 1, 2, and 3. And I was like, okay, Iron Man 1, great. Iron Man 2, fine. Thor 1, fine. Captain America First Avenger, trash. Avengers, great. Okay, so we got 2 greats out of there. Phase 2, trash. Amazing. Fine. Good. Fine. Amazing. Let's go back to Captain America Winter Soldier. Amazing. Should we watch it? No, I'll copyright it. Okay, Phase 3. Amazing. Good. Fine. Amazing. Fine. Good. Fine. Amazing. Okay, so sorry. Phase 3 is literally perfect. Phase 3 did exactly what it needed to do. So that gets me excited for Phase 6, I guess, of Marvel. Like, we'll see what happens in as we go on. But like when we go back to like the OGs, you see that most of Marvel was okay in the beginning. And that's honestly what I'm getting from Phase 4. Let's look at Phase 4 now. Great, good, fine, good, useless. Let's talk about Eternals. At first, I liked Eternals. I was ready for Eternals. After I first watched it, I was like, okay, this is good. But now I'm annoyed because I'm like, what? We're just not talking about the big giant yellow thing that came out of the middle of the earth. We're done talking about that now. Like, I'm honestly like kind of over Eternals. Like, the movie was good, but I'm annoyed and I need a reference. I need some type of reference from Eternals like yesterday. Shang-Chi, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go that we haven't got any references from Shang-Chi. I'm fine with it because we're building a franchise. So I'm fine with that. But Eternals is different. Horrible. Hawkeye was horrible. You cannot change my mind. Kate Bishop was the worst part of this movie. TV show. Hawkeye was great. If it was just a Hawkeye show and Echo, their scenes together was good. The fact that Kate Bishop was able to defeat Kingpin, I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it, but I would. Not getting into it though. Moon Knight, good. We'll give it a good. Like, it was fine. Multiverse of Madness, great. I'll give it a great. Because it was great, right? Miss Marvel, fine. Okay. I can't give you too much because we're talking about it on Saturday at 4:30, I think. 4:30, yeah. But I can't give you too much, so it was fine. But you see what I'm saying? It's a lot of fines and bads. Actually, but these three were great. So, right, the first three, they really were strong in the beginning, but then everything kind of fell off. And I think it's because the reason why I think these are strong is because these are established characters. I think that's why I love these three so much. But Black Widow was trash. Anyways, back to this, guys. Back to me. I'm about to end this live stream, unless y'all want to talk about something specific. If you want me to get into a rant, because I can. Quick. I can do rants about anything that comes to Marvel. But I did want to talk about my headpiece one last time. I'm gonna redo it so it can fit my head better, but this will not go on. This will not go on my head at all. Yeah. And I'm also making a Mjolnir. I'm in the process of making a Mjolnir and a Stormbreaker. So if you want to see my failed live 2.5 hour live stream of me making this horrendous Lady Thor helmet, I just put it up today. I was doing it today before this live stream, so you can go see me fail at this. And I'm gonna have to redo it. I don't even want to redo it, but I will be doing. I don't think I'll be doing a live stream unless somebody actually wants me to do a live stream. I won't be doing a live stream for the Mjolnir or the Stormbreaker, but I will be making them, and hopefully I'm definitely gonna try to have at least the Mjolnir done before July 8th, which is a long time. I think I have a long time to finish both of these. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely do Mjolnir soon, or finish this soon, and then finish Stormbreaker. But yeah, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. We will be doing a live stream again. I'm going to say it again. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, so I have to repeat things like 30,000 times. So yeah, we will be doing a live stream on Saturday. Let me show y'all really quickly for the people that don't know. Not that. That's why we set it up first before I show you, because I don't want to accidentally show you something that you're not supposed to see, guys. Okay, here we go. So we will be doing a live stream. Let me show you. The last live stream we did was 2 days ago on Lightyear. And so the live stream on Saturday will be about Elvis. It will be about Obi-Wan. It will be about Obi-Wan finale, guys. I have my opinions. My dad has opposite opinions. We'll be talking about Miss Marvel episode 3. We'll be talking about The Boys. The Boys come out tomorrow. Oh, I'm so ready for this next episode and scared. I'm ready and scared. Oh my gosh. We'll be talking about The Boys on Saturday. And then we'll be talking about movie news. Because there's obviously new movies coming out. And you'll be able to find it on the Put With Leanne channel, of course. And I'll be trying to get this channel back up, guys. I promise. I'm getting the channel back up. Alrighty. I think that's about it. I love being on my live stream, so that's why I try to drag it out as long as I can because I just love being on here. I love hearing myself talk. I'm not gonna lie. Let me lie. Oh, I don't love hearing myself talk. I love hearing myself talk, and I can talk for hours. Anyways, I will see y'all on Saturday. All right, bye. Okay, I'm back. Why would someone just right as I ended it, someone said Miss Marvel. Yes, okay. We could talk about Miss Marvel if you want to talk about Miss Marvel. I can talk about episodes 1 and 2. Y'all are so funny. Y'all are so funny. I can talk about 1 and 2. Not 3 though. Okay, episode 1, I liked it. I was fine with it. Okay, I liked the CGI. I liked the little quirky things that they were doing on the buildings. That was fine. I like the story. I like the storyline. She got her powers at the end of the episode. The chemistry between her and Bruno, awesome, cool. Then episode 2, dude, like I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. They were doing like the whole Spider-Man thing. They were doing the whole power suit up, and I'm like, I just saw this in Moon Knight. I just saw this in Moon Knight, my guy. And I know what people are gonna say, and it's like, okay, we gotta do it. We just, you know. And I, as a superhero fan that watches a lot of superhero stuff, I'm over it, but I understand that people don't watch a lot of superhero stuff. So it's like, it's new for them, or it's like they haven't seen this in a while, so I get it. But for me, I'm just like, I'm done. This is how I explain my love and hate for Miss Marvel. I'm not feeling the A story, but I love the B story. I love the B story. I love seeing her interact with her Pakistani family. I just love learning new things. I love the mosque scene where she was just being herself. That was so cool. That because it's like the things that we don't see because there's lack of representation. We always see that in churches, but we don't see it in mosques. We don't see like this kids being kids, you know? So that was really cool. It's not as structured as you think it would be. And I love the banter and stuff between the fake love interest and Bruno. I love what else? I love the what else? What else was there? There was something else. Oh, well, that's in episode 3. I can't talk about episode 3. The bee line. Oh, that's what it was. The cafe scene with her brother, the brother and the fake guy, the fake British dude. That was really funny. Fine. But the A story of her getting her powers and like bad guys and her trying to figure out stuff, it's a no from me. But I'm going to keep watching the show because it's actually good representation. I'm learning new stuff. That's my thoughts on Miss Marvel. Get my thoughts on episode 3 on Saturday. Alrighty. I think that's it now. I think we're good. All right. I will see y'all on Saturday. Bye.